It's the NFL on EA Sports,
where we'll see a rematch from Super Bowl 12. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos, and it's all up next.
Opened in 2001, it lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Hewitt. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And here we go at Mile High. Has this at the 6. Finds some space, he's past the 30. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016, who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
Here's Williams to start the drive. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And he pushes this up to midfield before going out. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be 1st down. The challenge flag is out now. The Broncos don't think they got it right the first time.
Previous play is under review.
So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. All right, set now, 1st and 10. 1st down, here's Dak. Ferguson there to bring it in. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down, ball at the 36. Going left side, Williams with it. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Prescott here from the gun. It's taken in by Lamb. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
He's got it at the 5. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Williams goes up and over for the touchdown. The Cowboys finish up an excellent opening series. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Broncos, nothing.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Marvin Mims now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Bo Nix entered this league as a grown-up. 61 college starts will do that for you. A ton of college experience. And Bo Nix is a facilitator. When he is at his best, that ball is in and out of his hands in an absolute hurry. If he were a point guard on a basketball team, he'd want to go up and down the court and get it out of his hands as quickly as he can. He's accurate, he's tough, he's experienced, and he's poised for this challenge of the NFL.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Play action with Nix. Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll try and run this. And he breaks out the slide. Didn't want to take a hit, but he is just shy of the first down marker.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Into traffic, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play, and that'll be good for a Denver first.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 37, he's got the hook up to Ingram. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a first down from the 30. Nicks off the play action. Burton there to bring it in. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. Flushed out of the pocket. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. The tackle made by Mozzie Smith.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos finish off their opening drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos start off well to tie things 7-7. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Dallas sending its offense out for the 2nd time this game. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. John Franklin Myers coming in to clean things up. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Another run for Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8. Dak now from the gun. This ball's caught by Pickens. Free inside the 30. George Pickens! And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They toss to Williams, headed right. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Williams has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Williams. And he runs it across, touchdown! The Cowboys take a 2nd quarter lead. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And he's out of bounds, up at his own 45. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Another carry for him. And they're going to bring him down just as we've come up to the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Connects with his back, Jaleel McLaughlin. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Setting up the screen. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Now Nick's on 3rd down. That's complete to Vele. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
They'll throw again. Nix. Pass taken in by Sutton. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Nix from the gun. And he will score. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos earn the chance to tie it before halftime. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos tie things up at 14. Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. Man, he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cowboys are ready to go on offense a final time in this first half. They'll have to be quick about anything they want to do here. We're just moments away from halftime. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They send a man in motion. 2nd and 4. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing on first is Prescott. Completed here to Pickens. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Dak throwing again. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Prescott here from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down at the 30. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Now Brandon Aubrey will try to knock it through for the Cowboys. From the left hash, this is from 47. Gay's kick is good. And they've taken back the lead.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Here comes the final play of our first half. A final throw before the break. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So we've arrived at halftime with the Cowboys enjoying a lead on the road. Now we'll send you to our studios in Orlando and Jonathan Coachman for a look around the league with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It was former Tar Heel Javonte Williams with a solid first half. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Denver offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Hits him on the in route. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips, cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here's 2nd and 5. Cut by Sutton. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's the lone back on the handoff. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now. From the 31. Forced out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more, or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Out of the gun, it's Nix. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Cowboys about set to take over. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Dak off the play fake. He rolls to his right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Even Coming from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
That throw finds Pickens. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
1st and 10 from the 41. It's Pickens on the slant. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Up the gut they go with Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, it did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Dak now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They've got first down from the 31. Prescott will look to throw. He sends this one to the end zone. And he's there to send that one away incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So that brings up 2nd down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Again on 2nd and 10, Prescott. He completes it in traffic. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brandon Jones up for the stop.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. He finds Sanders. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Williams. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. So they'll be set up with a 1st and goal when we come back. The Cowboys have it with a lead, but the win's not secure just yet. All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys make it a 9-point advantage. George Pickens the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys make it a 10-point ball game.
Broncos 14.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
For the Cowboys.
Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Denver set to take the field on offense. They left a few on the table their last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, here's a handoff. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Nix from the gun. He'll dump this one. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
The Cowboys and George Pickens set for this next possession. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Throwing now following the turnover. This ball's cut by Pickens. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. A handoff to Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
They're set up at the 35 now. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They stay on the ground with Williams. And this one doesn't go far. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. From the gun is Prescott. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's gonna run for it! And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. A run with Williams. Big gap up the middle. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning. Looking for a pass on second and short. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Running for the marker with Williams. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time, 1:55 to go. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. This is Williams. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. Another chance at it on second and goal, still from the 5. They try again with Williams. And he's in for the touchdown. The Cowboys can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating.
Look at you.
And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys take a 3-possession lead.
Broncos 14.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Dumps it off to his running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
I know coordinator, quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
They've got to keep moving quick here. 3rd and long for Nix. Trying to push it deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Completed to Sutton. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 38. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll throw again. Nix. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Nix looking to throw. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the 2nd half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Cowboys are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.